Welcome to our Extreme Full Boost Guide. Excluding the first dummy guide that Victor made, this will be the first official guide for the Gundam series. This video we're still going to cover most of the basics of the game, but in a bit more deep and a bit more details of the game mechanics. To start off, let me talk about the lock-on system of the game. In case you don't know, or maybe you already noticed, the game has 4 types of locks, which is the green lock, red lock, inner red lock, and the yellow lock. The green lock basically means that your enemy is out of range and your shooting will not be supported by any homings, and this basically means your shooting will not hit because basic minimum movement, just like walking, will dodge them, unless we're talking about really big lasers. And red lock, you may already notice, it means that your enemy is in your attackable range, which means your shooting and melees will be supported by homing. It will chase the enemy by a bit and the scaling will change upon weapons, but we'll talk about this later as this will be important and critical. Inner red lock basically means that your enemy is within your melee range and your melee will reach them if they don't move, and it will provide a further homing for most attacks. And yellow lock basically means your enemy is down and cannot be attacked for a while. This will last for a second or until they make a movement. So the point being is, don't waste your attack in green locks or yellow locks. I see this way too much, and there's waste of bullets, waste of boost, a lot of things. So just don't do it. And now let's go on to dodging of this game. For dodging in this game, there are 2 main movements that is used to dodge. The first one is steps, which is moving your analog stick twice, or boost dash, which is tapping cross twice with an angle or direction. They seem like similar, but they are totally different things and have different usage upon different situations. So let me explain it a bit. First of all, steps are the main dodge movements in the game. This being said is because steps can cancel out the homing from attacks and it doesn't require you to leave the ground, which makes it much more efficient to dodge comparing to boost dash. This effect will be more obvious during melee, missiles, and frontal attacks. And another way of using step is it can cancel your action during your melee attacks. So when you're trying to do melee, you will do a special step to cancel your actions, and it can be used in both dodging or maybe doing combo in your melees. Now move on to boost dash. To point out the obvious, boost dash is much more quicker than steps. Boost dash can be used for dodge, but it will require you to have the right timing and the right direction. But as it don't cancel out the homing effects, the attack will still chase you and sometimes hit you. As a tip, boost dash can be used backwards when you are being meleeed, and you can use a shoot attack to stun your enemies instead of dodging. The key point to boost dash is the cancel that it gives to cancel all actions in the game. This can make you very difficult to hit, as there will be less space and maybe less stuns in your movements. For example, strikes change pack movements can be cancelled with boost dash, and large beam attacks you think is going to miss anyway, cancel it and avoid being hit. And there's also another way to combo your shooting attacks. For example, just 3 simple normal shots and it gives you a shoot combo. Compared to steps, boost dash is more suitable for closing up, running away, or combo attacks, but except of that, is not really the best way to dodge. And after explaining these 2 movements, we're now going on to the most important part of the game, boost monitoring. When I explain steps and boost dash is both important in attack and defense purposes, the key to how you perform in a game or a battle will depend on how you control your boost. So how boost works is when you have a melee or maybe attack that perform off ground, and any movements you do will use up your gauge, and it will recover upon landing. And the landing spot has an avoidable stunt, which will be the best chance to attack or be attacked. So controlling your landing spot will be one of the tactics. For landing spot, there's 3 options you can do. The first is maybe hide behind buildings or mountains. The second one, take down your enemy before you land, which is I always do. And the third, just pray for not getting hit. That's all you can do. And upon boost, there's not much to explain, so I may just give out a few tips. The first, try not to overheat and always remain a bit of boost just for insurance. The second, always recover your boost when you have time. For example, when your enemy is down, don't try to fly around and wait until wake up. That is just useless. And the third, always approach your enemy with as much boost you can have. Because for example, when you have melee range attacks, boost will depend who will hit at last. So keep this in mind. And that's all for this basic guide. Thank you all for watching. Hope this doesn't bore you to death, and I'll be continue making videos on more advanced tactics or maybe strategies on this game. Wish to see you again. If you want to watch this battle to the end, I will give a link to another video which will be private, and you can maybe check on it.